21st, and Full Gear weekend is finally here. This is Pick the Push. I'm Ian Fox, joined as always by my best friends Joe and Brett. Our current Pick the Push champion is Ferg, and he defends that title tomorrow night at AEW Full Gear against the number one contender, Blue Ghost, in the Pick the Push Royale. That's our free WWE and AEW event-based prediction challenge, where anyone can try and become our champion. Royales open the Friday before an event at 10 p.m. Eastern, right after SmackDown, and close when the first match starts. Submit picks through our link tree using Google Forms, score the most points, and you become the number one contender for the next Pick the Push Royale event. Today's episode is stacked, a special Raw vs. AEW breakdown, because Joe and Brett were actually at AEW this week, and their live reactions are emotional, chaotic, and extremely on brand. An interview with the number one contender himself, Blue Ghost, before he steps into the biggest match of his Pick the Push career. And finally, we're going over the full Pick the Push Royale card for this weekend for AEW's Full Gear, so you know exactly what to expect before picks open tonight after SmackDown. Strap in, Full Gear weekend starts now.
Pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. Pick the push. No half steps, no in between. Pick the push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push.
On HBO. We're going to be talking about some AEW today and maybe some Raw today. And we appreciate you hanging out and taking notes.
I think we should start this week with just Raw vs. AEW. We can talk in order, but I think there was mostly things I liked versus didn't like.
Raw did a really good job this week. I think that Javon Evans and Gunther was probably my favorite part of Raw. I think that match was just so good.
I completely agree. I was going to pick that one out just like you.
It was just awesome how he was antagonizing Gunther. Like, out of everybody you don't want to fuck with, you don't want to fuck with Gunther. And Javon Evans kept taunting him with the chops. Like, that was some cool shit.
It was good, though.
I was going to say, he took 5 Gunther chops.
Yeah, like big ones. And he fucking earned them, too. But it was still so sick.
And then I kind of like the idea of Maxine being a new champion.
New IC champ was dope. Seeing AJ Lee, the person, was neat.
Yeah, AJ Lee, the female, not the tag team.
Not the tag team? What do you mean? Can you explain that?
Oh, the current Raw tag team champions.
Yeah.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Oh.
AJ Lee.
Okay.
The female, not the tag team.
I get it.
I do have one question. At the main event, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns came back.
Yes.
I think there's one thing that's undeniable. I think I'm more excited about War Games, but I think I would still also say I'm not excited about War Games.
I don't care about War Games almost at all. It's a match. It'll happen. That's fine. I think the singles matches I'm more excited for. Dom and Cena. I can't even think of some of the other ones.
Speaking of Dom and Cena, how do you guys? What if somebody was talking to me about this? What if Dom wins back his title because Ray turns and helps Dom win the IC title back off of Cena? Or maybe he'd be making up for being a deadbeat dad.
Oh, okay. I can see that being plot then.
See, there's a little spin for you.
No, I don't. I think it might be a live return.
Oh,
I really like the live return idea, Joe. When you said that might happen all during Raw, I got so excited. And I don't even know Liv well enough to care about her. I thought Dolph was a pretty good wrestler.
He took a crazy bump in the corner. Like, that was crazy when he just ate the turnbuckle.
Bro,
that was nuts.
He's a charismatic fighter, though.
Dude, did I not call that so hard or what? I was like, yeah, like they're gonna have you could have all these people speculate for all the different spots for the tournament, but I guarantee you it's gonna be like Dolph and Matt Cardona.
I just didn't think we'd get both. Like, that was such a waste of 2 spots. Like, I thought one or the other.
I really don't like seeing Nia on the screen, so I think that's second for worst.
And why are they letting her promo too?
I don't know.
They're using her as a mouthpiece for the 2 Japanese ladies? I don't like that.
Well, she does speak English better than them, and it's the only positive thing I think I can say about Nia Jax. I don't really have anything else from Raw. Do you guys want to talk about AEW? Because you guys were at AEW.
Yeah, my second match.
Your second match?
That's kind of funny that, like, as a wrestling fan, you would obviously start watching through WWE. Because of us, you watch an insane amount more than a normal person, and then you watch AEW. But your first show was TNA, and your second show was AEW. You've never even been to a WWE show.
They just seem too expensive.
Like, that's fair. That's a very fair point. And I didn't even mean it to go into that. I just think it's funny that it's like, these are the ones you would go to, but that's because those were the ones that would be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I really like about this? So you guys were there, and I'm sure you had a great time, but there were people on commentary that were so worth listening to that you didn't get to hear.
We didn't get to hear him, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm very excited that you get to hear some of those. Statlander was on for one of them.
Yep.
Skip that. Fucking skip the shit out of the Statlander one.
So you didn't hear, so like we didn't hear her, but I tell you, before she got on commentary, it was really cool. She did bicep curls with the belt. She did squats and she did push-ups with the crowd.
That's pretty awesome.
It was pretty cool.
She looks a lot better than she sounds.
And then I had to clarify who is Statlander and who is Windsor because I don't know the difference between the two.
That's fair. One of them has a big gold belt.
One of them's actually pretty good at wrestling, and you see a lot, and it has a gold belt. And then the other one's only gimmick is she says her last name.
Windsor. You guys have a least favorite part of AEW?
The 2.5 pound Japanese woman that looks like she's wrestling?
Not a fan of Riho?
Not yet.
Fair enough. Neither am I.
I think that match was fine. I really liked that match.
It was a good match. Yeah.
I think my least favorite match, either the Okada match or the Young Bucks match.
I can feel that. I remember watching the Young Bucks match and it didn't seem to knit together well.
And I really think it has to do with Josh Alexander. Like I feel like he messed up the flow a lot of that match. Like it made it not as fun to watch, unfortunately. Wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad match. I still enjoyed the match. It's just not as good as the rest of the show.
He wasn't even very fun to boo.
That being said, even though it was not a bad AEW, I don't think it did enough for me to say that it was better than Raw this week. This was an absolute banger of a Raw. I don't expect it to ever be this good ever again. I say this is so far at least the best Raw of the year.
I'd say it's very close. I'd say it's in the running for best Raw of the year. I really liked the Raw where Rusev and Sheamus fought the entire time. That was probably my favorite, up in there for favorite Raw of the year. But this one was really good. Seen this last night on Raw in New York, just after coming from Boston.
I'm definitely picking AEW. What are you guys picking? I mean, you guys definitely have a different perspective, which I feel like is very exciting too, because you guys were there. I'm going to say that every single time, so we'll say it as many times as I can in the episode.
I mean, I was there. And don't get me wrong, AEW was amazing. There was a lot of AEW I really liked. I was very, there's like 2 or 3 matches alone on AEW that I think were better. Or just really, really, really good. Like, I will go back and probably watch them. Hell, we're rewatching part of the episode right now just because, it was good. We're going back and watching it from a different perspective because we can watch it again. Like, it's good. But I think if it were between just Dynamite and Raw, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Raw.
Wow. And you were there.
I was here at AEW. Don't get me wrong. Like, AEW like I said, it was really good. It was really great. But I think that if I was just at home watching AEW versus there, I think I would say Raw. Like, just between the two shows, objectively speaking. Like we were saying earlier, there wasn't a lot of bad things on Raw. There was 7 minutes of Raw I didn't like.
Yeah, AEW didn't lose. Raw just won.
Yeah, AEW didn't lose. They had it's a go home show. Everyone's taking a break from bleeding their faces off from last week.
Into doing it on Saturday.
Yeah, and then to do it again on Saturday. So this is like rest and relaxation to get ready.
Royale opens after SmackDown.
What time does Full Gear start?
I believe the pre-show starts at 7, so I think the show starts at 8 Eastern.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was actually curious to see what Joe was gonna pick because I also pick Raw winning this week, and I think it's solely because all I can think about even now is how amazing the Gunther and Javon Evans match was. That was the match that Raw needed every week for so long to actually say that it's good.
I think that's right. And they even Raw out wrestled AEW this week, maybe with just that match. Like as far as who had a bet, like the best match of the week out of the two.
Match of the week for me is that, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to have Gunther back, and I'm surprised because he's not really my style either. Well, he's my style, but he's not my style of wrestler. He just did so well with Javon Evans.
And I think if they have Javon Evans on Raw more, I'm going to pick Raw more.
I don't know about that. We'll see though.
He's just going to show me things, not just generally because he's there. He's going to do things that just entertain me in general more than Raw has, period. As like most of the year. Like lately, it's been very good. I'm very impressed. I'm now joined by a very, very special guest. In the Discord, you're called Blue Ghost, but is that what you prefer to be called here?
You can call me Kevin.
That sounds good to me. All right. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for your time. You are the #1 contender at Full Gear for the Pick to Push Championship. How do you feel right now?
Amped about it for a while, so I feel like I've been sitting on some pent up like nerves or whatever, so get a little extra antsy.
Well, I mean, you've participated in 6 other Royales, so it's something you're pretty used to. How do you feel about finally getting your shot at the championship?
It was a long time coming.
Inevitable?
Yeah, it was. Every week my score got better. It was just bound. It was inevitable. It was bound to happen.
And we can track that on the leaderboard.
You can track me on that leaderboard.
I think that's really cool. Does it mean any more to you that you won by 2 points? Not only that narrow of a victory, but also against your brother, Joe, who is also one of the hosts on Pick the Push?
It means a lot considering the fact that he has yet to even be in the running for it.
I mean, that was kind of his shot, though. Like, you took it away from him. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was right there. Like, how much sweeter does it feel?
Oh yeah, I know. It's because I'm better than him. The better brother won. You know, it's clearly. He says it's because I listen to the podcast. No, it's because I made better picks, and my picks just are like the stuffing of Thanksgiving. Everybody wants it.
Well, to be fair, you guys did have most of the same picks. There was very few. Obviously, I think there was 2 different ones that just resulted in 2 points, which is the narrowest margin of victory possible against anybody.
I still feel really great about it, though.
I don't blame you.
Knowing that I made it here before him, you know? He had all the opportunities.
You guys have had the same amount of opportunities, both 6 for 6 for joining the Royale, so.
I think his average has gone down, though. And just to tell you, leaderboard.
Check the leaderboard. Are the rumors true that Dabber being your friend, you guys have a side bet about your championship match this weekend?
Rumors are in fact true about that. It came up pretty weirdly, too. That wasn't a bet initially just like made on the fly or like something that we had planned to do.
Well, can you talk about what the bet is?
Yeah, of course. The bet is, so I said some things about Ferg and we'll spice up the action type of thing to my friend. And he saved it and he said, if you lose, I'm going to post this in the Discord. And I said, if I win, though, you're going to be my Paul Heyman for a promo on Pick the Push.
I mean, I love that for sure. And now, but in the event of your loss, what's going to happen? I'm sorry?
He is going to post the screenshot of what I have said about Ferg and talking trash about him. So it's going to look really stupid on my end. And I'm sure Ferg will get a grand old kick out of it.
Do you think that this bet could change your strategy going into making your picks at Full Gear?
This bet has definitely amped it up the intensity for me. I feel like, because not only do I not want to lose, but I want to win so much more. I would love to have my own little Paul Heyman, aka the Orca, because he built like one.
Is there any matches in Full Gear that you know of right now that you're confident in making those picks?
I would say just one, and I would just say it's the Briscoe match. I do not see him joining the Don Callis family, period. That stipulation in itself makes me just think that match is automatically he's going to win.
That train of thinking totally makes sense to me, and I don't blame you at all.
But other than that, they're all just a shot in the dark. Everyone's got an equal opportunity on them.
For sure. It's anybody's game. Now, it's just a one-on-one match, and we really haven't seen too many of those like recently. And I mean, it's been quite a while since we've seen a Royale at all. So, what does winning the Pick the Push Championship mean to you?
It means bragging rights over my family members. It means bragging rights over, obviously, the Pick the Push universe. But it just means so much more because it was a work in progress. I didn't really watch AEW or Raw weekly, and I kind of got into it because of my brother and him telling me about this. And I would watch Raw, but I wouldn't watch AEW. Now I watch AEW weekly, so it's kind of crazy how that works out.
Have you been enjoying watching it?
Oh yeah, it's gotten phenomenal.
Even just getting back to wrestling, like, would you say this adds to the enjoyment at all, or just in general, wrestling is just a fun thing to be a part of right now, right?
I mean, wrestling's always been a fun thing to be a part of, period. But it's when you come back to it after like you've not watched it for a while, and you're like, "Holy shit, dude! Like this is how people perform. Like this is how it should be done." And you watch it, and even indie wrestling too. It's the same. It's great.
Now, do you have a message or anything to say to the champ, your opponent this weekend, Ferg?
I do want to just say to Ferg, it's gonna be just us. You gotta lock in because I'm coming.
Thank you so much for your time. I've enjoyed this very much. I will see you at Full Gear this weekend. The best of luck.
Thank you very much, and I will see you there too. And it's gonna be one hell of a battle.
I'm looking forward to it. This weekend is going to be our champion Ferg versus the number one contender Kevin at the Pick the Push Royale for AEW Full Gear. So far, right now, these are the questions we're looking at. It starts with the regular match order. The first match I have on here is going to be Statlander versus Monet.
All right.
We have like just the winner in general. Will the champion retain? And then how does the match end? I feel like if any of those could get screwy, this one's a good one for that. Like, if it ends in DQ, champion retains. So, like, that would affect that. And I think that would be a match just because Monet has so many fucking titles.
14.
I'm gonna go with it and say that she doesn't win on Saturday because there's no reason for her to win on Saturday.
Right. So, and she's not winning, like, world titles. So, I don't necessarily see it. So, I could see Statlander straight up winning or just DQ.
This is Statlander's first defense other than the rematch.
I believe so, yeah.
Is that true? Has she been wrestling on non-title matches this whole time?
I don't think she's really been wrestling, but she's been showing up on like different, like at the end of matches and stuff.
That too. She's had a couple of like matches. Like she's just had like one or two like random matches here and there, but not for the belt.
Past that match, the next one, we got the AEW World Championship match, Samoa Joe versus Adam Page, the champion.
Yep.
Thought that so perfect that it was a steel cage match, which you were talking about the Samoa Joe stuff that we didn't end up getting to hear on the episode last week, but I think there's something to that. I believe it was he's lost 2 steel cage matches out of all of the steel cage matches from his whole career, which
Correct.
I also believe is 28. I believe he's 2 for 28 in losses in steel cage. So he's 26 for 28.
He's 26-2.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He's 26-2. And I don't think Hangman Adam Page is someone to add to that 2 column.
Who is the 2?
Daniel Bryan in ROH, and I don't remember the other one, but I remember that it was in an AEW event, which I think is important because maybe AEW's booking isn't going to be like that for Samoa Joe. He is getting kind of older too. So maybe they just don't give a care. And even if he adds one more loss to it, does it really matter on a record that looks like that if that's something he cares about? Probably not so much. But I think it's super interesting statistic for it.
Oh, sorry. He's lost 3.
Oh, are you saying he's going to lose this weekend?
No, I'm not. Because the other one was Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT.
God damn. All right. Yeah. All right. Pretty good one to lose to.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson in ROH, Jon Moxley in AEW. Jon Moxley was assisted by Gabe Kidd, and then he lost to Shinsuke Nakamura in a steel cage match for the NXT Championship.
Those are all pretty good names. But even still, you add one more to that, it doesn't really fuck up his record that much. And I feel like he would only like have to care about it. I don't know if that's a coincidence that it just happens like that, but
I don't know. I can't see him losing to Adam, though.
that sways me to want to pick Joe, but I think I would expect Adam Page to win. The other questions I have for it, though, are who lands the first cage shot, throwing someone into the cage? And then the next question is, will the cage door be opened at any time during the match?
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know if I like that first question, but I can't think of a better one.
Who climbs to the top first? That's always kind of a thing I've thought about.
No.
It's still subject to change, but that's what it is for now.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, and then the last match on the card is going to be Brodito versus FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championship.
That'll be a great match.
I'm very excited for that match. And just like the other time we had the tag team match, we have who gets the win and who takes the loss. And I have a picture for each individual there because they don't really make like tag team PNGs for like images. So I figured the best way to do it is just for those ones, it shows you exactly who's who. All right, going into the last section, we have the event props. The first one is title changes, not including the national championship. And then it's just individualized 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4+, because there's 4 titles on the line.
That's a lot of titles. It's not
It
like the
is.
6er we had a while ago, but that's still a lot of titles.
I wouldn't pick too high in that, but the option's there. Next one is announce tables broken. 0, 1, 2+. I think that's pretty fair. I do think at least one gets broken, though, especially with the casino gauntlet.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Over under ref bumps, it's just half of a ref bump. If we see one ref bump, points.
Okay.
Okay.
Will we see a return or debut? Pretty regular one.
Yep.
And then one of my new favorites that we had last time, number of matches with blood. The first option is 0 to 1, then there's 2, and then 3+.
I like this one.
Should I add another option for 3 as its own and then do 4+ for blood?
Total number of matches again?
10 matches.
No, I think 3+.
You guys think 3? Samoa Joe Hangman Page is almost a guarantee. Maybe the FTR one, but probably not, right? Maybe the Casino Gauntlet, I would say, is more of a yes than a no. Mark Briscoe Fletcher for sure is going to have blood, is 3. Darby Pack, maybe, but it's a single match. And then No Hold Barred, John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. That's 4 that I would say is very likely.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do 2, 3, 4+.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think. I might even do a 5+. 0 to 1. Ooh, this is what I'm doing. Then it's gonna be 2 to 3 as its own option, and then 4, 5+. So it's still 4 options. I like that. That's what I like.
That's what I like.
The last thing I have for questions for you guys is, do you guys have a pick you're most confident in as far as
Hangman, Page, and Joe.
for winner?
Yeah. 1,000%.
You saying Joe straight up?
Yep. Straight up.
Interesting.
That's how he's won most of his titles. That's how he won it off of Finn in Lowell.
That's a good point. You're swaying me. I just don't think. I don't know.
And he's gonna retire soon. This will be his run. His last run as
Maybe.
champion.
For sure, it could happen. But that's why it's making it be such a harder decision.
But like I said, I'm calling it now. I'm saying Joe's champion after.
You know what? I think the one that I might be most confident in is FTR winning the tag belts.
You think FTR winning
think
over
so.
off of Brodito?
Because I feel like Brodito's run, and I'm guessing is like, because I heard a rumor because the Syndicate the Hurt Syndicate did not want to give up the titles to FTR. So one of the thoughts behind this is that the Brodito run is just a transition into FTR's like championship anyway, because they're red hot right now. They're so red hot. They're one of the biggest bad guys on the show, especially tag team.
That sounds about right.
Brett, do you have any picks you're confident in?
No. The closest I would do to something like that is the statistics about Samoa Joe seem pretty damning, but I'm gonna have to reflect pretty hard on Full Gear when I'm making my picks this week.
The easiest is going to be the main event though. Like when you're doing match order, right? The steel
Sure.
cage AEW World Title, that'll be
Yeah.
the main event. I think that's at least safe
Absolutely.
enough to say.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I can agree with that,
I mean, it's very little, but that's all I can think of.
which is part of the reason why I think Samoa Joe's going to win it.
I think that match is going to be my least confident pick, just because I really wasn't thinking Hangman would give it up yet. But you make a valid argument, and you might even sway me. I don't know. You talking about it might change the whole outcome of the entire Pick the Push championship. Who the fuck knows?
I hope so.
Maybe it's just a work, and he's like, "You fucking idiots! I had Hangman the entire time."
No, I tell you right now, I think it's time for Hangman to lose.
Do you guys have any other least confident picks or anything?
Least confident picks, match order.
That's fair. Easy enough to say.
Match order, straight up. There's nothing about the match order that's going to be easy. That's going to be where people get the points this weekend. If you think you can be confident with match order, that's the where to go.
There's going to be a lot of great matches on the card. The other ones I would be excited for the most would probably be Fletcher versus Briscoe, just because the stipulation makes it even more interesting, right? Briscoe loses, he joins the Don Callis family.
Yeah, but that makes it so like Briscoe wins, right? Because he's not joining the Callis family.
I think that's fair, but that's going to be cool because that's another title change that would affect it too. And in my mind, that's at least 3. But besides all of those ones, the most important one that's going to be the best one to watch is going to be the Casino Gauntlet match.
Yeah, for MJF return.
I'm really hoping that's the case. I'm really, really hoping.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm hoping.
It would be so cool. But like, he doesn't need the national title. As much as like it would be cool and all that shit.
No, he doesn't win. He just comes back.
Oh, he just comes back. That's fine with me too. I want him instantly in like the world title picture. I was expecting him for to dethrone Hangman.
I've also learned through you guys that I apparently am just a psycho among friends. I'm the only one that wants to go see death matches.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared to see it. I'm scared to see somebody do a hypodermic needle match.
That sounds awful. Like, that doesn't sound fun.
No.
There's a lot I'll watch. I'll watch fluorescent tube matches. I'm into that. I could do that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I know, but once it comes into sticking something into somebody, you can see it stuck in there. I don't want to be involved.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode of Pick the Push. Full Gear is tomorrow, the Royale is hours away, and either Ferg walks out still the champion, or Blue Ghost shocks the world. Next week, we break down every result, every pick, every miss, every meltdown. Do we have a new champion? Can we get them on the show for an interview? Who becomes the new #1 contender? And maybe the most important question of all, which poor soul will the host with the highest score force to cut a promo? We all find out together. Until then, hop into the Discord. We'll be watching Full Gear live, talking trash, comparing picks, and panicking appropriately. So don't forget to fill out your picks. Until then, have a good one.
Pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. Pick the push. No half steps, no in between. Pick the push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push. Boards light, hearts race, crowd reacts. Every pick swings, no room for slacks. Bluff fails quick, mistakes break fast. Every choice lands, nothing's left a chance. Climb the ranks, feel the surge. push.
What was the worst part of Raw? I have something.
I have something that I would rather we don't even talk about. We just cut from the podcast entirely. And that is anything to do with Nick.
Oh, I feel like you read my mind. We don't even need to talk about anything else. So it was probably the worst 7 minutes of Raw.
Should I just bleep it out? I'm just going to bleep out that part. We don't need to say her name.